I did.
I gotta remember y'all on the radio now.
You on the what? Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. Welcome to another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. It's your boy Big Zeke in the building. I'm here with Dre. What's going on?
Bro, you act like picking us is putting us on a punishment.
Sometimes y'all really just push me in a
God,
corner. Where
what
I
up,
don't know
everybody?
who
Happy
to-
Sunday. Glad to be here on another playoff Sunday. What's good? Happy to be with my brothers.
Kesey, how you doing? Man?
What's good, good people?
Mhm.
What's good, bro?
Mhm.
Living.
I'm
Look at
great,
him,
man. He talking to me because he
Oh.
talking to me. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
Good, man. Good. How you doing, Zeke?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Let's get this out the way. Somebody's birthday today. It ain't mine. It ain't Dre's. So that leaves Kesey.
Yo, happy birthday to my
Happy
brother,
birthday, man.
Keith. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy beep birthday.
How you feeling,
Boy,
man?
I tell you, boy, my friends ain't
No, this friend's
that
not.
friend.
This friend's not.
Every
You know
day.
what I'm saying?
Glad to be here another year.
That's good, man. I'm happy for you.
Are you?
Was I that enthused on your birthday?
No.
No, that
No,
was
you
not.
wasn't.
Yeah, you was.
I was
No, you
actually
wasn't.
giving you shout outs.
Yeah, he was.
I don't remember that.
Happy birthday, brother.
What the fuck is that?
That's Stevie Wonder, the black version,
Happy-
you know?
Oh no, man. Play the only part that matters. Play the
Oh,
only part that
matters.
the only part
There you go.
I will let that ride.
Boy, my friends.
Hey.
Okay, now
Happy birthday, brother.
Now we got that.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Appreciate
God
it.
for
Very-
another year.
You know, we got that game on at the way. Let's keep it moving
No,
here.
chill, man. Respect people, man.
What do you mean respect people? I am respecting people. I
No,
said, let's get
man.
we had the moment. Let's get it out the way.
But you said another word.
I could have said a very political correct way, but I decided to go real hood with it.
He does
It's
not
a-
speak for everybody here, people.
Okay.
The views and
You just-
opinions are those of the listeners.
Now you care? Go ahead. He is. Go ahead, Dre, with the injury report.
NBA playoffs injury report as follows. The Boston Celtics are without Marcus Smart. He had a back injury in game 3 and is questionable for game 4,
Tonight.
which is tonight. The Los Angeles Lakers
Clippers.
are without Kawhi Leonard. He is out. He was out yesterday and he's out game 4 with the right knee sprain. I was listening to the radio yesterday and they were saying he's pretty much done. Even if they go to the next round, he's pretty much done. The Sixers, he should probably retire, but another story from the day. Joel Embiid was out game 4. And they also said on the same show that he's probably only about 50%
He's
right
50,
now.
50.
So this long week of rest will be really helpful for him.
Mhm.
The Kings, Sabonis did not play game 3, but he is currently playing right now. Tone, the TV's frozen.
He actually did play game 3.
Did he play game 3?
Mhm.
Okay.
106, 105.
106, 105.
Warriors.
Oh boy.
And that is the injury.
And then the Miami Heat
oh yes,
are without
Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo, man. You know, prayers to that brother, man. You know, you feel bad for those type of injuries that he gets. This is probably the nail in the coffin in his career, man. The
Yes.
Bucks are still without Giannis. He didn't play game 3.
It'll be determined like the day of.
Questionable for game 4, which is
he tore something in his left knee, and it was sad to see because he knew right away.
it was over. He knew.
He knew right away.
He knew.
Moving along to our shoot around section where we talk about the news and what's going on, hot topics going around the NBA. Real quick, shout out to official winners of these awards. Defensive Player of the Year, Jared Jackson Jr. Sixth Man of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon. And the first unanimous Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. So shout out to those guys for officially winning these awards for the year. Let's get right into it. Draymond Green was suspended for Game 3 of the Warriors versus Kings series for his part in the incident with Sabonis. Tone, I did.
So was that his second knee injury,
Who?
Victor?
I think that's his third.
That was his. I think it was his
'Cause
third.
He
or
went
second.
down in
Are you talking
Indiana.
about this year? Or are you talking about in total?
Like total, like is that the second?
I think
where he
it's
torn
his
that same-
second. I think it's the second.
It's his
one.
third. He went down in Indiana. He went down to Miami again with the same injury, and he just went down again. That's the third across his career.
Oh, I guess third. Then. Yeah, I guess
Yep.
you're right. I think it's this. I don't know if it's the same knee though, but I know it's
Give the man an office job. But
I don't
play.
know. Let's see what happens. I never
Referees
want to
have
push somebody into
dictated too
retirement,
much
but-
in the Kings' favor in this series. I really believe that. And I
Start
don't know
that
if
over,
it's
please.
the home crowd or whatever. Kings referees have dictated too much in the Kings' favor in this series. I really believe that. And I don't know if it's the home crowd or whatever. I rarely complain about the referees. In fact, I don't even know if I've ever complained about the referees. I think they're great. But if they're going to come back in this series, they've got to call the game the way the game is supposed to be called. I'm not saying Sabonis is a dirty player, but there's some dirty plays here. Okay, there is some dirty plays. Completely disagree with this. He should not have been suspended. They spent 2 games trying to bait him. Sabonis over and over. You go back to the end of game 1. He pulls down Draymond Green on the defensive rebound. They go down. Wiggins misses the potential game winner. I watched that clip 5 times yesterday from 3 different angles. Not only does he pull him down, as Draymond's trying to get up, he reaches around and grabs his chest so he can't run down the court. Earlier in the 4th, Draymond gets the defensive rebound, makes the outlet pass. Sabonis elbows him as he's running by and then flops to the ground. And if we have an alternate angle, I don't know if we do, of the play, it's very clear that Sabonis grabs Klay Thompson, tries to rip him down to the ground to draw a foul, and flops and ends up at Draymond's ankle and then makes a dirty basketball play. That is a non-basketball play to grab someone's ankle. Malik Monk did it to Draymond.
So I played that clip just to be based on I played that clip and I wanted to pose this question to the table. Is Draymond Green a victim of bad refereeing, or the punishment fit the crime?
It's your birthday. You go ahead.
You're the local Warriors fan.
Fine.
So I'm gonna go.
Say. Go ahead.
So what the official ruling came out first was they suspended him because of his history.
Yes, that's really what it was. Yeah, he was a
His
repeat
history,
offender.
his history,
So-
and of what he did.
He was
Okay,
no, he
not-
was
that's
a
not-
repeat
it's-
offender.
but you got to know the history is what played the biggest factor in their decision.
I don't doubt
You know what I
that.
mean?
I don't doubt that.
And Draymond has done his dirt, but at the same time, plenty of players do dirt in this league.
Mhm.
If you watch the games, he's not the only person to do dirt. But at the same time, if you got a history of it on the big stage, you cannot do it because they don't want that publicity. Because there's more people watching the NBA games right now than there are during the regular season. If he would have did it during the regular season game, so you multiply that by 10 of what you probably was getting during the regular season game of a Sacramento and Warriors game. So that many people think it's okay for that. Will think that's okay to play basketball that way, and that's what they want to stop. So if they've set the punishment high, then that lets people know we're not tolerating this the rest of the playoffs, and that goes for every rest of the teams that's out here.
I kind of agree with that, but
So they basically
also
they basically use him as an example.
I don't even want to say use him as an example, and that's one thing. Number 2, commissioner was in the building, so that's number 2. Number 3, Draymond Green, after the fact, the antics, the hyping the crowd up, him talking crazy to the crowd, him, yeah, give me all that, yeah, running around here. He just didn't leave. He didn't sit down. He was doing a lot of antics. And according to this table, person to my left, a little bit person to the right, but it's more my person to the left, these antics, they shouldn't be tolerated. Now, my opinion on this, he deserved it. Whether you do it 3-4 times, whether my thing is, you are always being watched for what you do, especially you because you have a history of it. And regardless of what Sabonis was doing, you shouldn't retaliate. You should rise above. Like, you know what? I'm not going to put my team in jeopardy. I'm an important part of this team. I need to do better. Because Draymond Green isn't 6 years in this, 4 years in this. He's a 10+ year veteran. So he should know better. Now go ahead and defend it, Dre.
So let me say this. A couple things. I wanted to start off. I was going to first apologize to the Sacramento Kings because I didn't realize their ball club was that good. Number one.
Here we go.
I did not realize that ball club was that good.
You didn't care enough.
True. It
Or
was
maybe,
Sacramento.
Or maybe Golden State just ain't as good as everybody think they is.
It's Sacramento. No, Sacramento, they some ballers. Golden State will still win the series, but Sacramento are some ballers. If I'm Draymond Green and you're grabbing my leg, again, my natural response is to get you off. Can I finish? Can I finish?
Go ahead.
I was quiet for 7 minutes. I'm looking at the clock. 12 minutes.
That wasn't 12 minutes of us talking.
Well,
but
7
go
of
ahead.
them.
It was
Okay.
2. It was 2. But
My
continue.
natural inkling is if you grabbing me, I don't care how I'm getting you off of me. I'm just trying to get you off. Yeah, I said it. But I'm going to answer your question. JJ Redick is spot on. It feels like the referees are trying to not only rob the Golden State Warriors out of this opportunity, they're trying to rob the Lakers. They're trying to rob the Bucks. The refereeing in this playoffs has been atrocious. It has not been called down the middle. It has not. I've watched every single playoff game since this began. Every single one, or listened to the other. And the referees are once again making this about them. Scott Foster and company making it about him. All of these refs. That was not only a bad call on Draymond. If anything, you give them both a double tech. You gave that, Draymond got a flagrant.
Sabonis got a tech too.
He got a tech.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond got a flagrant. That's different. Okay, that's different. So I'm all about being, respecting the game of basketball. Can't stand the Memphis Grizzlies for their antics, and they've done nothing. Draymond Green is a 4-time champion.
Oh my.
Let me get to it. No, Draymond Green is a 4-time champion. And for you to say he should know better is flat out disrespectful. Hold up. Because if you and I got into beef and I grab your arm, you don't care nothing about the rest of my body. Your goal is to do what? Get me off of you. We're not addressing the fact that Sabonis elbowed that man hard, flopped to the ground hard, and then grabbed. Not only did he grab his leg, Kesey, he made an effort to wrap his arm around Draymond to trap him. So Draymond stumped on him. Now, granted, it could have been more of a costly play. Absolutely. Draymond's not wrong. He defended himself, and the NBA got his suspension wrong. It's one thing to get a man a flagrant, give him a technical, but the Draymond stump, Kesey, doesn't happen if Sabonis doesn't what? Grab
his leg.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Is this not playoff basketball?
But here we go.
Don't touch the man if you don't want me to respond.
If you don't want me to respond,
if you don't want
you
me to,
kicking in my chest as a response.
if you don't
If
want,
you get tripped, you fall to the ground. You don't stump on somebody's chest.
And-
Don't come at me. You know what's funny about Draymond Green?
hold up.
Draymond Green seems to be so clumsy when it's convenient for him. When he's kicking somebody in the nuts, he's going for a rebound, his leg flying up in the air. But any other time, Draymond Green knows how to control himself. But when it's a flagrant, oh, he's so clumsy.
I'm gonna give you another example just so you don't think I'm Warriors bound. I don't think Dylan Brooks should have got suspended for what he did to LeBron.
He didn't. He got kicked out the game.
Well, I don't think that was a flagrant too.
It was. He hit him in his nuts.
He was trying to make a basketball play.
He hit him in his nuts. Anytime you
But-
hit somebody in the
But
lower
was he
belt,
trying to make a basketball
whether it's
play?
a basketball.
Can you answer the question, yes or no?
No.
He wasn't making a basketball play.
No.
Fine. Did Sabonis grab Draymond's legs and wrap
Yes.
him around? So who cares of how you're trying to get down? I'm just trying to get you off of me. And
So,
that's
hold
what
on.
Draymond
So let me
did.
ask you this.
Sabonis shouldn't have touched
So let me ask you this.
Sabonis shouldn't have touched
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So if you Sabonis,
Yeah. Yeah.
you okay with him stomping on your ribs because you grabbed? Hold on. You're okay with him stomping on your ribs because you grabbed his foot when he ran past you?
You could have broke his knee. You could have sprained his ankle. What if he would have failed? What if he would have failed hard? Do not grab a player in the middle of a basketball play. Draymond was not only defending himself, he was in the middle of a basketball play
He
that could have
grabbed-
caused further injury.
he
No,
grabbed-
watch the tape.
I did.
Watch the tape. I saw it live.
You know what's compared this compared to? You know what this is compared to?
What?
Joel Embiid. You say you watch all the games, right?
I watched all the games. And
Joel
listened to
Embiid. Joel Embiid got dunked on. He's Claxton stepped over him. Joel Embiid tried to kick him in his nuts.
and that's trash.
Okay,
That's trash.
That's trash.
That's
now,
trash.
Now here's my thing.
That's trash.
You know what Nick did? Oh, he tripped me. I fell. I didn't try. He didn't try to kick my leg. The thing about it is, like I said before, Draymond Green does this stuff. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
I'm not-
So this whole it could have caused further injury.
Tom-
He now making it. And I agree with JJ Redick. That was not a basketball play. This is playoff basketball. You get grabbed, you get scratched. I watch all the games too. Joker, oh, he getting scratched. He getting hacked. That's part of the game.
Because they're up 3-0 and the refs aren't counting
No.
anything. They're up
that's
3-0.
That's part of the games and referees miss calls. But so if you to sit here and say
Hold
like
up.
this is some
Hold up.
conspiracy
Hold
against
up.
the Golden
I
State
didn't say that.
Warriors,
I didn't say that. See,
what
you're
did you
putting
say?
words in my
What
mouth.
did you say?
So two things I want to clarify. I said the referees have been terrible all playoffs, but mostly you can see it against the Golden State, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Los Angeles Lakers. And I stand by that. The second thing that I want to say, I am not condoning what Draymond did. What I said was it doesn't, let me finish.
Go ahead.
It doesn't warrant a suspicion, and we're acting like Sabonis didn't grab and wrap his arms around the man's leg. Draymond doesn't step on your ribs if you don't grab and wrap your arms around his legs.
If somebody grabbed my leg, my first instinct is
It's to get you off of me.
No, to fall to the ground.
No.
You go with the injuries. You know how people
Well-
get hurt? They fight the injury. They fight the flow. They fight the flow.
They
When
keep
you
your hands
twist,
to
no,
yourself.
when you twist your ankle, you fall down.
Keep
That
your
hurts.
hands to yourself.
That prevents me twisting my ankle. So you talking about Draymond Green? My job is to get you off me.
Yep.
No, you know what would have happened if he had fell down? Technical foul. Sabonis. That's smart.
No.
Hold on.
Draymond Green supposed to be this so basketball savvy person. That's how I know he did it
No.
on purpose.
No. Go ahead, Kesey.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. He grabbed his foot for a second and let it go.
No, he
What?
did not let
Yes,
it
he
go.
did. Watch it. Watch it.
I said
I
it.
just brought it up again. He barely grabbed his foot.
He-
Watch it.
he
Watch it.
grabbed it, though.
Watch it. Look. There go the foot. He let go.
Bang.
Look. He jumped
He-
off his ribs.
Play again.
He took his
Play
body.
again.
Let's
He
about to play
used
again.
his body as a launching
He
pad.
used his ribs as a launching pad. Watch.
Bro, he grabbed.
Look.
Not only did he grab him, he held on to it. He did this like you're not going anywhere.
Okay, hold on. Grab my arm. Grab my arm.
Right. You're not going
No,
anywhere.
my arm.
Watch it. Watch it one more time. Just watch it. Here we go again. Watch it. Okay, he got his foot. He gets loose. Now he launches off of his rib. He didn't just. Come on, man.
No, don't grab him.
And then on top
It
of
doesn't
that,
warrant a suspension.
and then
It
on top
does.
of that,
No,
Yeah, it is.
the antics after the play.
well,
Yeah,
that's
hold on a
that's
second.
part of his persona.
No, hold on a second
Come
now.
on.
No, hold on a second now.
Oh, not part of his persona, huh?
I expect Dylan Brooks to
You
do
know
it.
it is.
You know, I expect Dylan Brooks to do that type of stuff. So when he was like, you know what, I fouled him and he went to the bench. That was it. That should have been it.
Yeah.
But
So-
it wasn't it.
Again, I stress, I do not condone Draymond's actions. I just don't think it warranted a suspension. And folks are overlooking the fact that stump doesn't happen if Sabonis doesn't grab him and hold
If was the fifth, we all be drunk.
And
It
you're
ain't
right.
got nothing to do if it was fair. I
And you're
can't
all-
believe
Because I'm
it.
saying all of his ifs.
Yeah, I know.
If.
My goodness.
If LeBron did it, you wouldn't be saying that.
LeBron wouldn't do nothing like that.
What?
LeBron wouldn't do nothing like that.
Flop King? What? Come on, man.
Hey,
I'm just saying. All I'm saying
Let it
is,
ride.
Go ahead. And play
now
your thing
can
today.
y'all answer the
Go
question?
ahead and play your thing today. I know you want to play it.
Hold up. Can y'all answer the question though? JJ Redick posed the question: has the refereeing been lopsided this series?
I don't think so.
Come on,
I don't think so. You know
bro,
what
they've been beating up Steph Curry.
you know what
They've
I-
been
they
whooping
haven't.
his.
One
No,
thing
yeah.
you got to remember though, Andre,
I've seen Steph Curry get beat up.
Is-
This ain't
This
it.
is my real name, so he
this
must-
is playoff basketball,
I understand, Marquis.
and it's going to be a little more physical than you would see in the regular
They
season
call it both ways.
because it's win or go home.
They call it both ways. Have the Bucks not been getting shafted by the refs.
I don't
I
think
was
they
at
have.
both games. I
Somewhat.
was at both games, and the Bucks
Somewhat, but
couldn't
also,
I don't.
buy a call.
I don't want to say.
but also the Bucks are shooting horrible too from the three.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to put
So
this
that's a
all
part
on the
of it, too.
referees. Like when
The
you
Bucks,
read,
the Bucks need to stop shooting so many threes and get to the basket.
Hear that, bud? Hear that, bud?
it is. But
I can't believe y'all are giving Sabonis a pass,
I'm not giving
especially
Sab-
you,
I'm
Mr.
not-
Race Car, about everything.
first of all, this is not a race thing.
A race car.
This ain't got nothing to do with race. This has wow. This has nothing. This has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with race. And if anything,
That's why I said
To
I'm
me-
surprised you're
to
covering
me-
Sabonis.
to me, Sabonis has been playing soft. He been getting pumped. So he has been playing to me horrible.
And so here's why I want to apologize real quick. I want to apologize to a couple people, Sacramento Kings, because I didn't realize their franchise was that good.
All right.
De'Aaron Fox, I tend to agree with you now that he may make NBA All-First team.
He should.
I tend to agree with you. The boy's a baller. If Sacramento can knock off the Golden State Warriors, I don't believe they will. They might make some noise in these playoffs. I don't know about y'all, but all my predictions are trash, like gone out the window. Also want to apologize to Philadelphia 76ers. Didn't realize they were that hungry. Didn't
Nah,
think they would sweep the Brooklyn Nets at all.
I think
At all. And wait, my final apology, and I'll give it back to you. I need to apologize to the Los Angeles Lakers.
I don't.
Didn't think they had it in them either. Didn't think they had it in them either.
It's been 3 games.
It's been 3 games, but the Lakers are playing like a hungry team. Not saying they're going to win. I just need to apologize for being so hard on those 3 teams going into the playoffs. That's all.
I told you who I see in the finals, and I meant what I said.
I
The
know you
Lakers
did.
and the Bucks, do you still
He
see
said
that?
He said the Celtics and the Lakers.
The Celtics and the Lakers, do you still see
I
that?
still see it.
I don't know. Philly's looking a little dangerous, man.
They
Philly
not.
don't want to smoke with no Boston. They winning the games, but they going down to the wire with Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
What
they
you
still
think
swept
Tatum-
them.
What do you think Tatum is going to be?
They still swept them.
No.
Well, if you don't have Embiid, it's a nail in the coffin anyway. But go ahead, man.
I was- well,
But you
we-
also,
we
you
already
also got to
here now,
remember.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You
We
got
already here.
you got Horford going against Embiid, and Horford's not no walk in the park like Claxton. Claxton's about 135 soaking wet.
Ooh. I don't know is this. Here's the thing about
There you go. Another technical foul.
I was just
Another technical foul for what? We're watching this game on live TV, and this King player falls to the ground, and he
are you
gets
watching?
a technical foul.
I didn't see what happened, so I'm not gonna sit here and say
Who
it's
said it
not
was a technical foul? Why wasn't
You
it
didn't
just
see Steve Kerr doing like this?
Steve Kerr
Unless
said
he was saying
timeout.
timeout. Let's see here. He ran into a loony screen.
Looney move?
Looney move.
He
He stuck the
cannot
shoulder.
move.
out. He stuck.
He
the shoulder
cannot
out.
move once he hand that ball off. He
That's what
cannot
I'm saying.
move.
That's these Golden State
Fine,
fans. These
fine.
Golden State
Okay,
fans. Is
now that I
upset,
see
boy.
the play, fine. Okay.
Golden State
Okay,
fans
that's
are
a foul.
You are something
tripped.
else, man.
These Golden State fans are a trip.
But if that was Clay chasing somebody on the screen and he ran into it like that,
if it was Kerr,
No, call it.
call it.
Call it.
Get him out of here.
Call
Get him
it.
out of here. You see the
No,
shoulder in his face?
I just want games to be called fair.
Do you want to be called fair? Or do you want to be called to your team?
I want to be called fair.
You sure?
We were at game 1 last Sunday, and the amount, the terrible refereeing call is what called the Bucks didn't play great, but the refereeing added to the carnage of that game.
I would say this. Here's the thing. When the Bucks, because the first part you got right, the Bucks didn't play good.
Oh, they
Let's
did.
just call it what it is.
The
They
Bucks
played
do
good
not-
in game 1. They
I'll
didn't play
do one
good in
better.
game 3.
They do not look like a championship team right now.
I can say that. Well, we'll get there. But talking about Philly and Brooklyn, going
Jay Crowder,
into
you
talking
making me look
about
bad, bro.
who has made the biggest statement in the playoffs so far. I guess Dre is going with Philly.
No,
Sweeping
I don't
Brooklyn.
know that I don't know that I can go with Philly, man.
But
I'm actually gonna have to go with the Knicks. I'm about to go
Alright.
with the Knicks.
well, let me just go down the list.
Oh, go ahead.
Then.
I
Philadelphia
thought you were asking a
sweeping.
question. Sorry.
Philadelphia sweeping the Brooklyn Nets. Miami having a 2-1 lead over the Giannis-less Bucks. Denver Nuggets being up 3-0 on Minnesota Timberwolves. That's who you should be apologizing to.
No, because I still
And
don't
the
buy that
Knicks.
Denver.
Or the Knicks having a 3-1 lead on Cleveland Cavaliers.
So I'm gonna go with the Knicks, man, because everybody when I picked Brooklyn to win it in 7. Everybody called me crazy. They said, Dre, what are you smoking? Brooklyn might get swept. I said, really? Y'all don't think they would? Go ahead.
I know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said people called. People were texting me like, bro, what are you smoking? Like Philly gonna sweep Brooklyn. I said, no, I think Brooklyn can pull it off in 7 because I didn't pull the Philly hype. So that I'm not shocked about that
But
one.
they don't have one superstar. That's the problem.
I was thinking
I
exact
think I said Philly in 5.
I said Philly in 6. I thought Brooklyn would get at
I
least
said
2.
Brooklyn in 7.
I said Philly in 5 or 6. I can't remember.
So to answer your question, I'm gonna go with the Knicks because the Knicks' best player isn't even playing that great, Julius Randle,
Yes.
and they're
They're second best.
They're still up 3-1, and I didn't think that a 5th seed Knicks could.
Wow.
Oh, you talk about us focusing.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't
No,
think.
I'm saying wow because you literally 2 fouls coming down. Sacramento should be on the line right now, but you call it both ways. You know what? I'm sorry. You're right.
Focus
I'm
up.
focused.
I didn't have the Knicks leading 3-1, and not only are the Knicks beating the Cavs, they're dominating the Cavs. Don't be conflicted by the scores. I'm sure that makes Tone happy over there with his team, the Knicks, right? But the Knicks are not.
Hold on. Time out. What'd you just say, Tone?
I'm happy that they're happy over there.
The Knicks are winning.
I'm happy they're happy over there. That's the old relationship I'm done with.
So Tone said he's done with the toxicity of the New York Knicks. So I like the Knicks up 3-1 because all of us had Cleveland in 6 or 7.
I had Cleveland in 5.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it to the Knicks because the Knicks, I think the stat said their last playoff win, and they haven't won yet. I want to say it was 2001.
Was it? Probably.
Something like that.
Probably.
The
2000
Knicks, or maybe that was Sacramento. I don't
win.
remember, but
Sacramento was 2006. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2006.
yeah,
So,
like the
last
beam,
time-
right? Like the beam. So I'm gonna go with the Knicks. Keith?
I'm gonna go with the Knicks because I had a little bit of faith in Cleveland. I'm not even gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks, I kind of was. It is what it is. I just don't got no faith in the Bucks this year. Something is off. I can't tell what it is yet, but something is off with our rotations.
Even before that, though.
And I don't know if it's
I don't
Bud
even wanna say it's
or
before that,
if we got somebody that shouldn't be in our rotation.
I'll say this.
And I think Jay Crowder, you making me look bad, bro. I was out here vouching for you, man. I'm
out.
out, and I'm still vouching
What
for
am I
you
hitting it
because we got time to turn this around. But
What am I hitting it for?
Jay, come on, bro.
Drake Crowder
Jay Crowder, come on, bro.
has been a mess. You
gotta
know how
get-
y'all call, what do y'all call him? Playoff P?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Playoff J. Everybody wants him into the playoffs.
Here's the thing about this.
Let him walk at the end of this season.
Number 1, that's cool. We can let him walk.
Let him walk.
That's well, cool. We can let him walk. That's number 1. Number 2, I about the Drake Carter situation. I don't want to say it's not enough. I just feel like he don't know where he fit in at. I think that's what it is to me. I think he don't know where he fit in at. So for him to quote unquote suck as he does right now, I'm not like mad about it because I didn't expect him to drop 20. I didn't expect him to drop 15. I expect him to drop like 10, 9, and 8. Like some Draymond Green kind of numbers.
A lot of leaders was hoping to play some lockdown defense. He ain't
I-
even doing
that's what
that.
I'm saying. Like, I
usually
think
do.
he don't
He's
know
actually lost some of his minutes.
Yeah, I don't think he know where he fit in at here. And that comes with you not being that's come with you not being part of the season though. So that's my thing. As far as the Knicks go, later for Julius Randle, let's give it to what was it Bronson?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Bronson. That's the
Mhm.
dude. Because I didn't know he was that good until now. Even in Dallas, he was cool. You know what I'm saying? He was a nice guy, come off the bench, but he's that guy. And for him to come around playoff time, just to like last year, the last 2 years, I think the Knicks made the playoffs. Their problem was Randall, like he wasn't showing up. So for him to not even show up still, by the way, this might be the last time they see him. For him still not to show up, and Brunson like, I got it, don't worry about it. That's crazy.
It's crazy watching him on the bench.
Crazy.
And Brunson out there putting on a show.
putting on a clinic.
Like they can't hold him.
Now I know
at
you
all.
don't. I know you don't like to hear this, but you should at least co-sign with this. Brunson was out there stepping them. He couldn't miss a shot.
Yeah.
He couldn't miss a shot.
But you know what's funny about that? Mid range.
I'm talking even from the 3-point line.
Oh yeah.
Even from the 3-point line, he was a bucket.
Now
in
I will
TC's
say,
word today.
we all three of us here was wrong about what's it called? What's his name? We was wrong about the Cleveland.
Oh man, Cleveland.
And I
Philly,
feel like this game,
the Bucks.
Mitchell was like,
listen,
But
let's just call it what it is.
But
Our predictions last week were terrible.
but I think I said New York though.
a little bit.
We all picked Cleveland.
I think I-
Cleveland.
We all picked
Because I thought I
Cleveland.
said Spider wasn't consistent enough.
No,
We all
said
picked
we all picked
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
We all
sure?
picked Cleveland.
Yes, we all picked Cleveland. I should have posted it, but I didn't. Well, I probably would.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen.
But here's the thing about this. I feel like this past game, today's game, the look in Spider face was the same look he had in Utah.
Like it's over.
Like not only is it over, what y'all want me to do? Like he had a bad shooting game. So who gonna step up? Nobody.
He's had a bad shooting series.
Garland is balling, though.
the first two games.
Garland is balling.
No, he not.
No, he's not.
Last
not.
game he had 10. The game before that, the 2 games in New York, look at his stats, was horrible.
Okay, here we go. Let's commentate on
And
this
my
one.
thing is,
6 seconds left.
Yeah,
The ball in Fox's
20
hand. Fox gets it out to Harrison Barnes. He misses. Golden State wins. 126 to 125. The Golden State Warriors tied this series 2-2. We're going back to
y'all, this is a Bucks fan. Hey, y'all, this is a Bucks fan. Hey, y'all, this a Bucks fan, y'all. Hey.
We're going back to Sacramento,
I'm not mad at this.
where the series is tied 2-2. This has actually been the best series of the playoffs.
I knew it was gonna be. Check this out. I want y'all
Hey,
to feel
hit
his
that.
Curry, feel his Curry,
He
feel
hit
his
that.
Draymond. Because y'all got to go back to Sacramento twice.
Well, but here's
you
the thing.
think they finna pull off
Time
2
out.
away?
Time out.
No, it's not happening.
Time out. Remember though, Sac they didn't blow out the Warriors.
They blew them out one time.
In the second game, the Warriors gave it away with the help of some refs. That was bad. Harrison
bad.
Barnes
That was a good
shouldn't be
shot.
taking that shot.
That was a
No way.
good shot.
He
He
should
had
have
no
took
choice.
one step in. He could have took one step in.
He shouldn't have been taking that
It
shot.
was
no
enough
way.
time for him to take one step in.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
One step and a nice
Yeah.
mid-range pow. That's
But-
game.
2-2. This is to me.
I
has
said
been
Sac
the
and
best
7.
series.
That we your home girl. Get your hands from under my armpit.
I said Sac and 7.
Steph.
I got Golden State in 6. They'll win on the road in Game 5, and they'll win in Game 6 and home. They'll close it out at home.
This is a
Sacramento
Bucks-
in
this is-
7.
I said Sac and 7. from the
Second
beginning.
7, man.
And I expect Golden State to win all their home games,
You wanna
but they're
bet?
not gonna win no away games.
Want to bet?
You're talking to you.
Talking to you. You
I'm
know
not
he
bet-
is.
I don't bet him anymore. I'm not betting him because as soon as the bets go in, he get all type of stipulations that go behind.
No,
the
you
bet.
got to decide. You got to shake on what we say.
No,
I'm
because
done
if
with
Steph
that.
get hurt game 5, you pulling out.
No, a bet's a bet. It's different when you're making predictions, but keep us rolling. Keep us rolling. We got a lot of playoff basketball.
But yeah, I mean, I think we all agree here. The Knicks was the main thing that everybody kind of threw everybody off because I thought the Knicks was win one game if that.
Mhm.
But I think like we all say, playoffs is a totally different season, and when your best, like that's when the veterans really come out. Unfortunately, and that's when they really start to ball. But you know,
What was
Not
my
a-
saying about y'all homeboy over there? Jared who?
oh, Allen,
Jared Allen, I think
He's a
Jared
non-factor. In this
he's
series.
he's a role player.
Non-factor. I'm not even
Anthony
gonna
Davis
sugarcoat
is
it.
shutting him
And then-
down.
and then what about
Anthony
Mobley?
Davis is
What about
shutting him
Mobley?
down.
Who?
What about Mobley?
Anthony Davis is shutting. You're talking about JJ from Memphis, right?
No,
No.
talking about
Oh, I thought he was talking about JJ from Memphis
Oh,
being a
no.
non-factor. But
Jared.
Jared,
Allen.
you talking about
Jared, are you
Allen.
talking about Jared Allen in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Cleveland?
Cleveland. I'm
Cleveland.
sorry. That's Zeke's boy. That ain't my boy.
One of
That's
y'all.
Zeke's boy.
One of y'all was co-signing.
Remember,
for him.
he was a big.
I-
He's been a Cleveland guy for two seasons.
You can't even find him or his fraud on this series.
Bro.
If you're going to say it
Bro.
right. I co-signed him not to be who?
Look here.
Now.
Starting, I'm saying 20 to 30 minutes a game.
Okay, so Nunley played 40 minutes in a game. So I was just listening to some of our old episodes.
You're doing that while we recording. That's cool.
What was it about?
This one was NBA stimulus checks, but I was looking for our episode from last week because all of our predictions are just terrible right now.
Let me see what happens.
They're terrible. I mean, we had the Bucks either winning in 5 or sweeping.
Well, I'll say this: a lot of this stuff is due to injuries. Like
Is
Giannis,
it though?
Giannis being hurt.
Can I ask you this? Let me ask you both this as basketball fans who played the sport, who watched it, who talked it. How serious can we take our Bucks? You should be able to beat the 8th seeded Miami Heat with no problem.
That's not always the truth because
Clearly,
clearly. But I'm saying this: number one, it's only been 3 games. Number two, without Giannis on both ends of the court makes a difference. We thought it didn't. It makes a big difference on both sides of the floor.
Who said that first?
What you mean? Who said that first? You didn't say that first.
I did say that.
None of us said that.
I did say that.
What are you talking about? When did you say that?
he gonna remind us every time he writes. So
I mean, if you gonna
I
pull
said
it
it in the
pull
group chat. Remember?
I don't remember that. Go look that up. But
I
my
said
thing,
without Giannis, we are in trouble.
that was after we lost. So
I'm saying though, like he using my words that I use.
yeah. I mean, and I hate to say that,
We're in trouble.
but we shouldn't be. But we are.
I don't. You said we was in when we were making our predictions. You said we was in trouble then.
Yeah, I've been saying we in
But
trouble.
He's been
if
riding
Giannis-
with Boston this year.
The point is, if Giannis, here's my thing. If Giannis was playing, we'd be up 2-1.
No, we still be losing.
No, we wouldn't. Because ain't no way. Because Miami, especially
We still be- 'cause
without Giannis, I'm sorry. Miami does not have an answer for Giannis. And so when we're used to shooting a lot of threes, or being open for a lot of threes because you have to double Giannis sometimes. You have to make that wall, which opens up the corner shots, which opened up
But
people
they are-
hitting it
but they are
in
getting
the
them.
corner.
They're getting some open shots. They're just not hitting nothing.
But here's the thing.
They can't throw a peanut in the ocean right now.
Yesterday, that was game 1. Game 2 and 3, we shot really good from the field.
Game 2, they shot great.
We made
Game
25
2, we shot
threes.
great.
Then came right on game 3.
Game 3
and they
shot great.
They shot.
Look at the percentages. Because
So-
I couldn't understand how we lost this game. But we lost that game due to Duncan having a career night on us in Miami.
We shot 15 for 39.
Bobby
And what
Por-
percentage is that?
38%.
Bobby
What did Miami shoot?
48%.
From 3-point?
Yes. 48%.
Bobby Portis on game 3 was 4 for 9.
We shot
Mid-
66% from the free throw line. We're shooting horrible right now.
Middleton was 8 for 14, who scored 23. Brooke Lopez was 3 for 9 and scored 6. Drew Holiday was 8 for 18. He scored 19. Grayson Allen was 5 for 10. He scored
yeah, you're right.
14. Jay Crowder was 2 for 4 and scored 5. Beauchamp doesn't matter. The rest of the bench doesn't matter. Gordon Dragic scored 2 points. He was 0 for 4. Javon Carter was 0 for 2. Pat Connaughton was 3 for 8. And Joe Ingles was 2 for 7. So the Bucks have created a live by the 3 mentality.
We always been
We
like that for
38.
like the
We shot
last 2
38 for
years.
85 yesterday.
I'm gonna need
38 for 85. That's 40%.
I'm gonna need for Coach Bud to figure out another strategy because part of his strategy is shoot until it goes in.
Let's not shoot until it goes in. My thing about this is this, and I hate to be this. I always say I hate to be alpha. I'll die on this hill. And like I said before, Giannis being on both sides of the floor, defensively and offensively, it hurts. And that's what we're looking at right now. Can we take Miami to 7 and beat them? Probably, yes. I thought we could take Boston to 7 and beat them. I don't think we're going to lose this series because we are a number 1 seed for a reason.
Yeah.
Plus, we have home court, so I don't think we'll lose this series.
Yeah.
But my thing is, the shooting to me was not necessarily the problem. I think it was more of a defensive thing because Butler had 17 in the first quarter. Duncan had 20. He shouldn't be and he playing just because Tyler Hero hurt. So he shouldn't even have. He should have had 6. But you could tell when
Kyle
the way
Lowry came in hitting some big shots for
yeah,
them.
and we
So
can
it
tell
was
our
one of them
defense
days.
like one of those like when they were coming off the screen, they were like just shooting over the screener. I was like, that's not how we hold defense here in Milwaukee. So what's going on here? But I mean,
For us to be one of the best defensive teams, we're looking like one of the worst.
But I told you what the problem is. If Bud doesn't make adjustments, the Bucks are done.
what adjustment can you make when somebody's shooting like this? There's not a lot of if you're shooting 50% from 3-point range, there's
Take
not a
the
lot
ball
of
in.
adjustment.
You know what the problem
Take
is?
the ball in.
Take the ball in for where?
And you got to stop going. Everybody got to stop going under the screens and chase the shooters.
That's the defensive
Yeah.
issue, right?
Force them into Brook. Make them make bad choices.
Brook, as much as we all know, Brook inside game is not his specialty. We know it. We've
What?
been knowing it. 7 foot.
Brook is not bad in the inside, bro.
He's
not
his
bad in the
he's
paint.
not special. That's not his specialty. So you give Brook,
Well, that's why
you
he
give the
blocked
ball-
so many shots, bro.
If you give Brook the ball inside the paint
We wasn't
three out of
talking-
five
we're not
times,
talking about Brook though.
he mentioned Brook.
yeah, you
but
mentioned Brook.
No, I said chase the shooters.
I get that's a
the shooters-
defensive issue.
Take the shooters off chase them off the line. You letting them shoot. I would rather
I
take
get
that chance
that.
of them getting the 2 than getting the 3.
I get that. I literally watch Jimmy Butler pull up to the 3-point line, and Drew was like, "You got it." Like daring him to shoot. And he made it all 3 times. He did it like 3 times in a row.
Well, not only that, Miami Heat is developing a young star in Max Struss. He can't
Who?
miss. You saying who? But he been lighting the Bucks up every game.
He do. He light
Every
up,
game.
light up in the season.
This is what I'll say about
He
the
hitting some tough shots though.
Yes, he does. This is what I'll say about the Bucks right now. I am not concerned, but I'm nervous. Because here's the thing. Bucks and 6 shouldn't be an anthem for the first round of the playoffs. It should be an anthem for the championship.
Somebody seen that on Twitter, and say the same thing.
You're
Like,
like-
Bucks and 6 wasn't meant for the first round.
Right. This should have been a sweep or a 5-gamer, which is now hopefully 6. Hopefully 6. Because the Bucks are down 2-1.
Mhm.
They play in Miami tomorrow night for game 4. If Miami wins, what is that?
3-1.
3-1.
Mhm.
Then we come back here Wednesday.
Win.
We better win.
Well, Giannis gonna play game 1.
Well, he has to.
He gonna play Monday.
Unless he is in horrible
Hobbling.
shape. But here's my thing. The Milwaukee Bucks as an organization should be ashamed of themselves because you shouldn't need Giannis to beat the 8th seed Miami Heat, who are barely 8th seed, I might add. Barely.
But here's the thing. And I don't want to. We sat here and kind of, we talk crazy about the Heat because they AFC, and we are supposed to talk crazy about that because they AFC.
Well, they beat us before with a lower seed, too.
Thank you.
The year of the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were what, number 1 seed?
We were number 1.
They were
8.
and they beat us
And they beat us.
because playoff Jimmy don't play, and it's a real thing.
And Jimmy Butler actually went down and came back.
Well, he didn't play, but he came back to
He
watch.
came back to watch.
I don't know if he's gonna play next game.
Uncle Jimmy
Yeah.
balling.
Yeah,
he is.
Jimmy buckets is a real thing.
Yeah, it is,
so
especially in the playoffs. And I'm wondering if this is Jimmy auditioning for his next team.
But you
I
gotta
know,
remember,
he'll be there for a while.
Jimmy gonna beat Jimmy. But the question is, we can't let Duncan beat Duncan.
Who hasn't played all season.
Lowry ain't had a good game all season. Lowry be Lowry, and Bam be Bam. You can't have all 4 of them being who they are because
Bam,
then
go ahead.
everybody, the Brook Lopez is playing off too much on Bam, and he's hitting the mid-range jump shots in this, and they open shots, just like they're giving Jimmy Butler open shots. Like, when have we ever given players open shots all season?
Yeah.
Now in the playoffs, you want to give people open shots because you think they ain't gonna make it. They probably gonna make it a lot more often now than they do during the regular season because one, they played in the play-in and they in the rhythm better than we are right now,
Mhm.
and they ain't got nothing to lose.
And the thing about it is, like, Jimmy does set the tone. He sets the tone, and if Jimmy can get going, that opens up for everybody else. Because now Jimmy going in with like 2 or 3 people, and he bringing like 2 or 3 people with him. So those Max Stroud or whoever he was, he open.
Max Ross. Well, and here's the thing I was going to say to Kesey's point. Brook got Bam looking like a superstar.
Yeah,
Like
Depends
a
on
superstar.
depends on who you're talking to. Bam is a superstar.
But Brook should
All-star.
be babying Bam. Brook should be blocking his shots. Brook should have 20 and 10. Brook had 6 points last night. The game before that, he didn't even hit high double digits. That game he did. Game 1, he was a non-factor. The Bucks, my worry is, and it goes back to our talks here. The Milwaukee Bucks are only as good as Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, we've been saying that since day one, though. Even when we won our championship. Well,
And that's unfortunate.
I don't.
And that's unfortunate because there is a chance that he may not play the next game.
So, what do you think about Chris's performance?
Middleton got 23. He wasn't great, but that was our high score.
So
That was our high score. But when your superstar is out, you need Middleton to score 30. You need Holiday to score 25. You need Brook to at least put up 20. Someone has to make up for the 20 to 40 point loss of not having Giannis in the game. And no one on the Bucks is doing that right now, at least in the last game.
I think it's Bud. If you ask me,
I'm not.
I don't think it's the
Bud.
Bucks. I think it's Bud.
But
Not
out
making-
there shooting, bro.
Because let me tell you one thing that he's making a big mistake on.
What?
He's subbing like every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, somebody else different is coming in.
Because I'm looking for somebody to spark something.
Somebody that can
No,
shoot.
but you can't get in no rhythm if you ain't staying in.
I'm not.
Every time you turn around, it's Grayson, it's Pat,
yeah,
it's Javon. I mean, somebody got to stay in and catch a rhythm.
That's true.
I'm
You
not.
know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, but I'm not going to
Not just Chris. Chris staying in long minutes. Drew staying in long minutes.
because
And
they
they
have
tricking.
to. They have to.
They tricking.
They can afford it. Not. I'm sorry. They have that privilege to trick. Like I can. Like what's his name? Drew Holiday started the game off hot, and then he went sour.
But look how the game 2 went. When you keep them in there and they're playing and they get a rhythm. Look how Pat was hitting shots. Look how Joe was hitting shots.
Yeah.
You can't keep subbing them in and out and think they're gonna catch a rhythm. They not.
Yeah.
Give them a chance. People miss shots.
Yeah.
Bud is getting he's getting, what do you call it?
Frustrated.
Not frustrated.
Out coach.
Content. He's content with what he has.
No, he's getting impatient with their lineups.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He has to have a little bit more patience, and things will work itself out like he did all season when we was winning good games. You have patience.
I just know
Good things come to those who patiently wait.
Yeah, but they can turn around real quick.
Yeah, they can. And I don't think patience is on the Bucks
And
side
also,
right now.
no, it's not on Bud's side now. Definitely not.
I just
Jay Crowder is in 2 minutes at a time, and he's right back out. Of course, he ain't gonna hit no shots.
Yeah.
I'm not
Come
gonna.
on, man.
I guess some players can shoot themselves out of that stuff. Like you said,
But
Drew,
Bud
Drew
has to
and
have,
Mid.
he has to have confidence, and everybody else like he has confidence in Drew.
Those guys earned that.
Those are NBA players. They have earned it too.
No, they haven't.
Pat has hit shots all year.
No,
Grayson's been hitting shots all year.
They have hit shots all year, but if they are dry, they are dry.
So
Middleton can shoot his way out. Drew can shoot his way out. They've proven that. But
Until-
these two
and-
guys you're talking about, that not only are they a defensive liability, if they not shooting,
And not defensive liability.
Grayson is a big defensive liability. So is Pat.
Pat? No.
Only thing is what
Pat played great defense. What are you
works
talking
in
about?
Pat's favor is he's 6'8", 6'7". With Grayson, I think he's 6'6", 6'5", 6'7". He's a defensive liability. Jimmy go to work. Oh. Give me work.
But he's doing the same thing to Drew.
But I was gonna say here's
he
the other
did it to Drew when Drew left him open for three.
here's the other thing
Other
too.
than that, he was giving it to him.
No, he was backing Drew up and shooting over him too.
Here's why it shouldn't be that hard for the Bucks, because Miami is running small ball outside of Bam, and the Bucks
Within a-
lineup is kind of small outside of Brook, right?
A little bit.
And you should be playing more of a matchup game. And what I see when I see the Bucks, Jimmy's open, Max is open, Duncan Robinson is open, Bam is in the middle with Brook missing defensive assignments. So a little bit of this is on Bud, but Bud's not out there bricking shots, shooting air balls.
But if you get your people, you put your players in a position to be successful, they have no choice but to be successful and hit shots.
They do.
You can't keep doing what you've been doing. That's what got us beat against Miami the last time they beat us, right?
Yeah.
It was the way these games are going the exact same way we got beat that year. Bud is still sticking to what he believes, what he think is right, instead of making adjustments to what the game tempo is.
It's a good point.
Come on, man.
Mm,
Go back and look at the tapes.
I'm looking at the tapes. I've seen the tapes. I see what you're saying.
We losing the same way we lost when we were the 1 seed the last time.
we losing.
The same way.
No.
Minus Giannis.
Here's the thing, though. That's the big thing. Now, if we lose with Giannis on the floor, then I'll be like, I'm more to like, okay, I see what you're saying.
But we should be able to beat them without Giannis.
Unfortunately,
Agreed.
I don't think
We are good enough where we can
Agreed.
beat them without Giannis.
Agreed.
I don't think. Here's the thing.
Because look at it like this. I'm gonna tell you just like this, and we're gonna end that.
What? Go ahead.
Middleton and Jimmy cross each other out, right? With their stats, right?
Who?
Middleton and Jimmy, right?
Per se, but go ahead.
Brooke and Bam. Who should be winning that matchup?
Bam.
Brooke.
Bam.
You crazy.
Bam is more skilled than Brooke.
Who should be winning that matchup between whoever that little guard is? They starting over Lowry and Drew.
I forgot his
That's
name.
Max.
No.
it's not.
No.
I think it's.
I got you. I'm
I
about
don't
to
know.
pull
It's,
it up
it's
right
somebody
now.
off the boat. Go ahead.
Yeah,
man.
but either way it goes, Drew should be winning that matchup, right? Even if
Drew.
it's Lowry,
Hold on
he
a
should be
second,
winning
though.
that matchup.
Real quick. Jimmy has been. Well, we all know Drew hold the best guard, which is Jimmy. So he's been holding Jimmy. He's taller than Jimmy's taller than him, so he kind of been giving him like going inside on him.
Oh,
So-
Gabe. You talking about Gabe Vincent?
Yeah.
Somebody fresh off the boat. So, so
So racist.
so when you talk about canceling each other out, Jimmy, and score wise, you're right. Jimmy cancel Middleton out. Now you said Brooke should win that matchup against him and Bam.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So what else?
The season Brooke had, he should be killing that.
He's a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, and you couldn't
Bobby
tell
should be
that.
Bobby should be killing his matchup. Come on, man.
I think they got in Bobby head a little bit though,
I don't think they
because he's
got.
not playing great. He's playing game 2. He did good. Game 1 and 3, the Bucks were just bad. So
Bobby doesn't do well in the start lineup, if you ask me. He does better coming off the bench and giving us that spark off the bench and a few buckets off the bench. They have to figure out how to win without Giannis on the floor.
We have one with y'all Giannis on the floor.
No, we haven't.
no, we haven't.
We won game 2.
Oh,
without
game
Giannis
2,
on the
yeah, when
floor.
we shot and it made 25.
But you
The
have to be,
Bucks-
but like I said, it's easy to win one game.
But here's my
But to
question
win
for
a
you.
series is tough.
So here's my question for you. What is, because I know what is for to you, what is the Bucks strategy? Because to me, the Bucks strategy is a little bit of Giannis drives, pulls in the defense, he kicks it out. He has been doing that better as the season has gone by, as he's grown
But
as
you
a
also
player.
got to remember though.
So
Yeah.
so Bobby, Lopez, a little bit of Drew. These guys, now I'll say a little bit of Drew. I say Brooke, Bobby, Pat. These guys necessarily don't create their Grayson. These guys don't necessarily create their shot often. I'm not saying they don't do it at all, but they don't do it often. It's 3 people who can create their own shot: Middleton, Giannis, a little bit of Drew. Drew has a height. He doesn't have a height advantage, so when he gets in that paint, they just kind of tower over him.
Yeah, but his shot's
But-
not
but though-
consistent.
But that too. But those 2 guys are, they create their own shot. So these other guys who were used to hitting shots, they're usually open.
Yeah.
They're getting a good look.
But also you got to remember we got to replace 31 points, 12 rebounds,
Maybe sometimes 15.
12 to 15 rebounds a game, and 6 assists a game.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to pick up that slack? That's a lot to pick up
It is.
if you don't make the right adjustments.
It's a collaborative effort.
So game 4 is tomorrow. We'll hopefully Giannis plays. Right now, he is still very questionable.
He's very questionable. We'll see.
Um,
And be honest with you, as much as I want him to play, I want them to make the right basketball move. And the right basketball move is if he's hurt, don't put him in.
don't put him in.
Because he's gonna get further hurt.
Yeah, he is
And
to beat
we
the
would be-
8th seed of Miami.
If we lose 3-1, we still got one more game.
Yep.
And it's going back to Milwaukee twice, and I don't think they're gonna beat us at home. I don't think that. I've been proven wrong, but we'll see what happens.
So it's worth the gamble
It's worth the gamble.
to lose.
Yep. Because you're the
We-
number 1 seed. You're the number 1 seed. And I don't even think Miami gonna beat us 2 weeks in a row.
And your best player doesn't play, and you lose first round.
That's
okay.
That's not okay. I'm saying is this: if Giannis is hurt, I'm saying if he's hurt. Like to me, yesterday when the Lakers played Memphis, them first 5 minutes, Morant looked like he should not be out there.
He sure did.
He looked like he should not. Now he got it together.
I wonder if he's gonna play tomorrow though.
Yeah, probably too.
You know what they gave him?
Yeah, they probably gave him an injection.
Yeah.
But I'm saying at the first 5 minutes, he like he shouldn't even be out there because he couldn't palm the basketball. He couldn't.
They
do
were
nothing.
questioning if he should be.
That's what I'm saying.
He couldn't even.
And then your back hurting?
Now he hurt as bad as he was hurt with that hand. There's no way he's shooting the way he shot. Because I've had hand injuries. There's no way.
I'm sorry he fell to the back.
They got some good medicine, boy. I tell you.
Got the best that money could buy.
But I wanted to go into Bucks talk at the end of the game, at the end of the show, but we was here. Yeah. The athletic. I'm sorry. The Athletic did a anonymous poll among NBA players asking questions that fans want to know. They asked 108 players in the last 3 weeks of the season. What I want to do is ask these questions to you guys, like, what do you think? And then I'll tell you what they made, what their answer was.
Sure.
Best defender in the NBA.
Giannis.
Kesey.
Best defender
in the NBA. To you, who's the best defender in the NBA? I'll ask that question.
Oh, Giannis.
Giannis.
What do you think the players said? Do you think the players said Giannis?
Holiday. Did the players say Holiday?
They did.
Did they?
They did.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I wasn't. I was kind of. I was surprised. I wasn't surprised by that because I feel like Holiday doesn't get his just due by the media.
Nope.
But players recognize. Oh, I got Drew on me tonight. All right, that's fine. Let's do this. If you were building a roster from scratch, who are you first? Who are you signing first? So who are you bidding your roster around?
Giannis, right now, off of the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Joker.
Who do you think the NBA said? I mean, players. What do you think the players' vote was?
Fox.
Giannis.
You think the players' vote was Fox?
LeBron James.
The players probably voted Steph.
Actually, it was LeBron James.
Really?
Are you kidding me? No.
Hit the button. Go ahead. For all time's sake.
You can't now.
This is the Lakers sucked yesterday. They sucked again.
Can't do it now.
Hey, Gizzy said no.
You can't do it.
You offended him.
You can't do it.
We up.
They said LeBron.
We up 3. We up 3-1.
Who did they say?
They said Giannis.
Okay.
We up 1.
That's what's up.
We up 3.
Okay.
You have 1. Relax.
Huh?
I said y'all 1. Relax.
3-1. Last night made it 3-1.
No, it was 2-1 last night.
It was already 2-1.
No, it wasn't. It was game 3.
It's 2-1, bro. Relax. It'll be 3-1 tomorrow, though.
No, it won't. Who was the most overrated player in the NBA? To you,
Luka.
Trae Young.
I hate you.
Luka.
You said Trae Young. You said Luka.
I said Luka to me.
To me, it's Draymond Green.
Yep. And we know who the players voted.
They voted Trae Young.
Trae Young. Yep. I can see it. He's really, people don't like him.
You know what it is,
people
though?
Don't like him.
So I read the article.
Mm-hmm.
They saying for the position that he's put in, and as much as people talk about him, overrated. He's not like he doesn't like, because people are comparing him to a young Steph, and I think when Steph steps on the court, it's a different feeling.
Jeez.
We had an episode about fear.
Yeah.
Steph doesn't necessarily make people scared,
yeah.
but you have to know where he's at.
Yeah,
on the court.
I've never once said, "Man, we got to get to the Vice Forum to see Trae Young." I've never once said it.
I've never once said we need to get the Pfizer form to see Steph.
I've said it to Steph. I've said it to Luka. Now, it's not like I'm rushing to see him, but there are players that you like, I got to see him live. Steph being one, Luka being the other,
Ja.
Joker, Dame. You know what I'm saying? These are players you want to see. KD. I've never heard anyone say, Dre, let me get your Hawks tickets because I want.
No, you know what's
Trey
funny?
Young.
You know what's funny though?
I've heard all the others.
After they beat the Knicks, though, I was like, and then the last 2 years,
I've had people say to me, let me get your Knicks tickets. I want to go see Randall.
really?
Yeah, or that's my brother-in-law's or my brother's favorite team. But no one has ever once said, "Man, let me go to the Hawks game because Trey balling out." Trey Young, in the words of Kesey, is a punk, bro. He comes off as a punk.
Oh, he's soft.
He
definitely
talks
soft.
so much trash. He can't bag it up, but he can be a bucket. He can be a bucket, but Atlanta's goes nowhere. Trey's, this is last year with the Hawks. Enjoy it while it lasts.
I think they'll give it another run.
I think they'll trade him because he'll demand it.
Who's the most underrated player in the NBA?
Underrated player in the NBA, according to us.
According to
you,
LeBron James.
Russell Westbrook.
Number one. Are you serious? Are you serious? I don't know if you're serious.
Russell Westbrook.
Underrated?
I think the way people be riding him and treating him like he's a has-been, I think he's underrated. I think he is still as we see in these playoffs, he is very much still a contributor to a basketball team.
Shooting on 3 for 21.
Bro, his numbers
38.
his numbers are fantastic for these
21.
playoffs.
Yeah,
3 for 21.
Yeah, 38.
He had 38 points yesterday.
And they lost.
Well, it's only
It
him.
was just him.
So?
So now it's so. But when it's the Lakers, LeBron didn't have no help.
He did the same thing when LeBron and AD were out.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Go back and look.
Oh, when they were out? Yeah.
He don't gel.
You know what's funny? Here's funny. The Lakers, they clipped his wings. And he knew it. He said it. They clipped my wings. Clippers, let me ride.
But he had to have
They
a
let me
choice.
ride.
Yeah, have a choice now.
Let you ride. Let him ride.
Do
what?
him.
Doing 38.
Do him.
Huh?
Let me
Putting
do
up
me.
buckets.
Because he was by himself, mother. When
He not by himself. I'm saying they clipped his wings when they talk about how they managed him, how they coached
They
him.
let him do whatever he wanted to do.
Nah.
And all he did was trick shots, hit side of the backboard, trying to do bank
So
shots,
why he
going
not
to
doing
the hole and losing the ball.
that? So why he not doing it with the Clippers?
He was doing the same thing.
No, he wasn't.
He just shot 3 for 21.
But he
That
had
was in the
38.
regular season.
No.
He had 38.
First game of the playoffs.
They
No,
won.
they ain't won that game.
They won.
Since then, he been balling.
They won.
Yeah, because Kawhi been out. Paul George is out. They don't have anybody else to shoot the ball. Let me tell you this. Westbrook is a good individual player. No, hands down. Nobody can deny him of that.
Okay.
But as far as fitting in with a team of other stars, it's hard.
They need to be Westbrook.
Yeah, like why do you think about the Thunder when he was there? They was good.
They were
Yeah.
great.
We're great.
Sure.
But why did everybody leave?
Because Westbrook is a jerk.
Because KD couldn't win it by himself.
Because guess what?
They were up 3-1.
When the game was on the line, guess who thought they should have had the ball?
Westbrook.
Who should have had the ball at the end of the game?
James Harden.
You had
KD.
James Harden and KD at the same time.
James
Who
Harden.
should have had the ball in their hands at that time?
KD.
James Harden wasn't James Harden back then.
He
was.
was.
He
Yes,
was
he
not.
was.
James Harden was balling.
Yeah, he was. He was
was-
the
he
best
was-
six. James Harden arguably was the best sixth man ever.
He wasn't.
What?
He
Give me
wasn't.
one better. Give me one better than James Harden as a sixth man in OKC.
I give you two.
Who?
Wingstop Lou and Jamal Crawford.
Absolutely not.
Wing Lou?
Absolutely
Wing
not.
Lou.
Wing
Jamal
Lou is
Crawford.
number one. I don't care what you
Only
say.
because he's
Jamal
won it
Crawford.
multiple
Nah,
times. So
I don't
you're
get-
telling me
Wing Lou?
you're taking Wing Lou in his prime over sixth man of the year, James Harden in his prime?
Yeah.
We talking about
Y'all crazy.
OKC. We talking
Y'all
about OKC James Harden.
With
Oh,
We
not-
ain't talking about-
OKC,
not-
James Harden
no,
was a
not-
bucket.
not
We're
Houston.
not talking
Not
about
Houston.
Houston. We're not talking about Houston.
OKC,
We talking about
James Harden
So
was
OKC.
a bucket.
So what do you think Lou was? And Lou did it for 20 years.
And then on top of that, this on top of that,
A walking and Lou
James
to
Harden,
this day
James
is still
Harden
a
had
walking
to
bucket.
become that. He had to become that.
James Harden, the reason he left OKC was
Because they didn't want to
because-
pay him.
No,
they
because
wanna
they
pay
knew
him.
he was a superstar and they couldn't pay all three
No.
at the time.
They didn't want to pay him.
They didn't have enough money. It wasn't that they didn't want to pay him. They didn't have enough
Enough
money. Because they had already signed Ibaka, and they already paid Russ.
Yeah.
They paid KD.
Because everybody thought
Y'all crazy.
because they thought Russ was the franchise.
James Harden with OKC, arguably one of the greatest 6 men of all time.
Westbrook was the face of the franchise at the time.
Who did they pick?
Pick Drew Holiday.
I see that.
Dude, Holiday, man. But you know
Players,
what?
players respect Drew Holiday.
They say the NBA that he's one of the most respected and liked players. If you notice, if Holiday fouls someone hard, they don't get up and run at him.
Because Drew,
They get up and
it rarely happens. It rarely
You
happens.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Holiday's well respected.
He's well respected. I
Yep.
agree with that.
Yep. What's the next one they had?
That was it. But
Mhm.
those were like the 4 or 5 questions that I wanted to kind of get out there. I mean, the other questions were like if you were who would you most likely like to play with as far as a coach?
Who would I what?
Like what coach would you like to play for?
For me,
Besides your own.
I wouldn't want to play for Bud. For me, I like Rick Carlisle.
You like Rick Carlisle?
I like Rick Carlisle, but I also like
Let me pull up this thing.
Nia Long's husband. Yep, I like him. And right now, it seems like Sacramento is playing good basketball. I'll probably have to say Mike Brown.
They got some other questions on here. Man. What are you talking about?
They do got some other questions on here. I said the ones I was feeling.
You should at least added one more.
Go ahead. Which one, Keith?
So
Flip the script.
Let's add some what question?
Who in the league would you least like to fight?
Was that a question?
It was.
Was that a question?
That was a question.
Least
What?
like to fight.
Come on, man. Why you add that one, man?
Reason I didn't add that one because
Who they pick?
You would never even think of this person, man.
yeah, you would. If you said
He
that-
won't.
Oh, he probably wouldn't. But I know who it was.
I know why they picked him.
I know why they picked him too.
Was it Joker?
No.
It was somebody who really barely in the NBA right now.
He in the NBA,
He barely in the NBA.
but he don't get a lot of tick.
Who's he play, bro?
He
I
played for
forget.
Indiana.
That's what he played for now.
He don't even get no minutes. He played in Miami.
I was thinking Udonis Haslam, but
Nope.
Yeah,
He played in
that's
Miami.
a good answer though.
yeah,
He got braids.
he plays for Miami.
He
He
did last year.
played for Miami.
Last year he did. He's in Indiana right now.
Go ahead, just drop the name.
James Johnson.
He still plays.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's in Indiana. Yeah.
James, who?
James Johnson.
He was getting clocking. What's it called?
You know why?
I
Huh?
know why.
Why?
He's a black belt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, is he the player that's considered a lethal? His hands are considered a
it's
lethal weapon.
Yep.
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 If he hit somebody, he's going to jail.
Yep. So let me
Guess
ask you,
who number 2 was?
who's that?
What do you think? Come on, man. Take a guess.
Udonis,
No.
Joker.
Why do you keep saying the Joker? Who the hell?
Because Joker's brothers be at the game ready to scrap. Joker's brothers.
He do.
Javon Carter.
No.
No.
I give up.
He plays for Memphis.
Brooks.
No.
I was gonna say they probably jump him.
No. He's the least intimidating.
Shout out to LeBron
Nobody respects a man who
for
wears,
poking bears
who wears a perm
and the Stone Cold Steve Austin vest.
and gets his straight iron.
Well, see what he had to say last game. He did the smart.
Steven
thing.
Adams.
Oh yeah, people respect him too.
People scared of him.
Steven Adams
Is
is
strong.
a beast.
Is
You see, he
super
picked
strong.
people up and moved them away from fights. So as we're wrapping, let me ask y'all this, man: is there any prediction you want to go back on? Thinking about what you predicted last week.
Number one, I wasn't going. I knew you was gonna bring that question up. I decided not to bring that question up for this exact same reason.
Well, thank you.
Because Dre liked the tap dance.
It ain't tap dance.
Put your tap dancing
It's
shoes
not
on.
tap-
Stick
Oh my
with your
God.
pick.
You can stick with your pick, but if you pick Brooklyn and they're no longer in it, if a team's down 3-1, I'm not saying, oh wow, we bet it. You're not gonna pay your debt, but I'm saying, is there any after watching these games, is there anything you want to change?
Mm-mm.
No,
I think we were all wrong about Cleveland, and that's fine. I don't think a lot of people had New York
you were all wrong by Philly.
going up 3-1. I don't think we were wrong about Philly because we all had Philly winning the series, but
Yeah.
I don't think we expected a sweep.
Yeah,
I think that, and that's why I posed a question like Philadelphia. I don't see them sweeping, and I congratulate them because they didn't want to play with their food. It was like, hey, Doc Rivers like, hey, wrap this up. wrap this up.
Without Embiid.
And then on top of that, the way Embiid was acting in game 3, I was like, beat these clowns so we can get them up out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will say this. I'm rooting for the Bucks like I'm rooting for the Knicks. Because we play the Knicks. We shouldn't have any issues.
Yeah. What's the storyline of the week for you watching the NBA this week? What is the
We
most
going into next week?
going into next week? What is the most important thing that has to happen this week?
The Knicks winning. I think the Knicks, they say LA winning is good for basketball. The Knicks winning is great for basketball.
Yeah.
Just
Casey,
because where it's at.
what's the storyline of this week for you? What has to happen this week in the NBA in terms of the playoffs? Literally.
Bucks got to shoot better. The Knicks, they just got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah.
The Knicks is looking good, man.
They are. For me,
Jalen Brunson, dude, I know he was good,
I didn't see it.
but that damn boy is good.
He is that guy. He's that dude.
Yeah.
Man, every time I watch that, man, every time I see him shoot the ball, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
cash money. And it was just
Yeah.
hitting bottoms. It wasn't like hit the back of the rim or nothing, man. It was just bottoms.
For me, it's obviously the Bucks, but it's also Sacramento, man. Sacramento has to come out and make a statement and beat Golden State on Golden State's home court and end this in 6 because they have a chance. Like, obviously, I like Golden State to win it, but Sacramento has a chance. But they got to win at home, and they got to put Golden State away in Game 6. Because if it goes 7, that championship pedigree that we like to talk about tends to lean.
Also, the Lakers got to keep their foot on Memphis' neck, too. They can't let up.
Oh, man, they destroyed them last night. The score, although they made a run in the 4th, the Lakers it wasn't a close game at all. At all.
The Lakers are defensively great, dude.
They're getting better.
Let's
not go great.
Dude, they're great. On defense, they're great. Offensively, it's in question sometimes. You'd be like, man, what is y'all doing? Why would you even do that? But defensively, come on, man.
We can't say great. They're good, though. They are one of the higher.
I know this. This is what I do know. This is what I do know. It's
Y'all are
Sacramento.
the most
It's Sacramento.
critical of the Lakers player
I'm
I've
gonna
ever
get-
seen in my life.
Bro, I've been giving the Lakers love. What do you mean?
I'm talking about him,
Oh.
especially him.
You said y'all, though. That's
you didn't even
plural.
let me. You didn't even let me say what I was gonna say.
I said the Lakers are doing great on defense. He go.
In my front of my face, cuz man, wait for that.
They doing great on defense.
They all right.
Vanderbilt is doing his job, man.
Yeah, all right.
Shout out to Vanderbilt, man.
Yeah, all right.
Shout out to the Lakers,
Yeah.
man.
I do know this. If
Shout out to my
Memphis
homeboy King James.
If Memphis loses this series, we need to take a hard look at this whole roster. A hard look. Now, I
They'll
will
blame
say
the
this.
coach.
I will say this. They should. I will say this. Memphis is missing a key ingredient in their
Who?
roster.
Who?
Adams. He's a
Yeah.
key ingredient.
Yeah.
He may not have 13 rebounds. He might score single digit points. But him being strong and given Anthony Davis some issues or getting like 15 boards or 10 rebounds offensively, it helps.
I'm gonna tell you.
It helps.
I'm gonna tell you
And
what.
then another thing, real quick,
I forgot he
if
was out.
Sacramento let Golden State beat them again, I won't say we need to look at their roster,
Mm-mm.
but I'll chuck that up to youth. But I expect them to be a reckon with in the West.
Oh, yeah. Well, when Golden State wins,
This shouldn't be a once in a.
no, they'll be back. The Sacramento Kings have found their winning ways, but at the end of the day, experience trumps.
It does. It does. It really
Um,
does.
So we'll see, man. But Sacramento needs to get it done this week. But more importantly, our Bucks, when we record next Sunday or Saturday or whenever we're doing it, we need to be talking about the Bucks putting away the Miami Heat, not a game.
Most
7.
definitely.
Not a game 7.
Well, this has been another episode of the 94 Feet Podcast. I like to thank my brothers Dre.
Good one, y'all. I love playoff basketball with my brothers.
I like to thank my brother Kesey, even though he's a Laker fan, but continue.
It's been another good one, good people.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, man! Happy
Happy
birthday.
Again, my mans. Enjoy your day.
Appreciate it.
Make this year your best year ever.
Oh
so
yeah,
far.
all that. Agree with us?
Probably not.
It's the 94 Feet Podcast. You can catch us on all social media platforms and all streaming platforms. Peace.
94 Feet Nation, baby.
Peace.